Well, for more on the Oscars So White controversy, I'm joined now by April Rain. She is the managing editor of BroadwayBlack.com and editor-at-large at NuTribe Magazine. April, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you for having me.
The Academy's president has said that this is a difficult but important conversation and it's time for change. So why has it taken so long for Hollywood to catch up with, let's say, corporate America in terms of casting diverse people?
Well, I definitely wouldn't say that corporate America doesn't have issues with diversity as well. I'm not sure why it's taken so long, and it's unfortunate that it has, because as the USC Annenberg study has pointed out, when there are not diverse casts in front of the camera, the movies don't make as much money as they could otherwise. In addition, this is not just about the actors and actresses, but also filmmakers behind the camera. There needs to be more inclusion of marginalized communities as directors, as screenwriters, as cinematographers. Everyone involved in the film should be the most qualified.
Right, but what I was referring to is pressure. We haven't heard about the pressure on Hollywood that we often do in other spaces of our culture to cast diverse people.
Well, I'm not sure that that's true, because in 1996, we had the Hollywood blackout. We had the very famous People magazine when there was a discussion about these same issues. And clearly, although the hashtag has become sort of a rallying point in the last 2 years, possibly due to the advent in social media, there are so many actors and actresses that have been fighting on the front lines for more inclusion of marginalized communities in film for decades, long before Oscars So White existed.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago. Let's talk about new rules, doubling down the number of women and ethnic minority by 2020. Are these big steps in your opinion?
They are steps. Much more needs to be done. I appreciate the fact that these new rules, with not only respect to the diversity of the Academy itself, but also its voting structure, were voted on unanimously by the Board of Governors, led by President Cheryl Boone Isaacs. However, the onus must still be on Hollywood, because the Academy can only nominate quality performances that are made. So the studio executives, when they're sitting around on their green lighting films in their boardroom, they must think from a broader perspective. Who is going to play a particular role? Why can't that be an LGBTQ person or a differently abled person? And also, who is going to get the opportunity to tell the story behind the camera with respect to directors and screenwriters?
Right. This does start with the screenwriters, though, and what Hollywood chooses, the movies, the Motion Picture Association, Columbia, Paramount, who they actually choose. Let's talk about Chris Rock tonight and the pressure that is on him to deliver, not only as an entertainer, but also to address this issue with his humor.
Right. Well, we know from reports that Chris Rock, who is a brilliant comedian, has changed his monologue to specifically address the Oscars So White issue. I think that he was specifically chosen by the Academy because he is known for his social and political commentary. And although I won't be watching, because we'll be engaged in counter-programming by watching the coming-of-age story The Wood via Netflix starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I wish Chris Rock all the best, and I'm sure that he's going to hit it out of the park tonight.
April Rain, thank you for your time.